So I walked into my local Goodwill, and near the checkout lanes, they have a bunch of toy bags that, of course, I always look at. But this time, as I'm walking by, I notice some bags of figures, only $1.99, but they're all old Jurassic Park figures. Of course, the human characters. So these are from the old Kenner line from 1993 and the subsequent years that I collected when I was a little kid. So I was just blown away. They had 3 of them, just chock full of characters. So we have some of the main characters, of course, Alan Grant, there's Ellie Sattler, Dennis Nedry, and then some of the more kind of original characters. There's just like a generic park worker, and then you can't see his face, but I believe these were part of a line called Evil Trackers, if I'm not mistaken. So, as I always do, if I find one of something, I check to see if there's more, and there was a lot more. So, here, I got this giant bag for just $3.99, and not only do we have some more Jurassic Park figures, another Evil Raider, I believe that's called a Lycanops, from one of the later lines, but also some Dino Riders. So we have the Kentrosaurus, as well as one of the, I don't think they called them Velociraptors. I want to say it was a Deinonychus. Could be mistaken. But yeah, so that's one bag. More Dino Riders. Got a Monoclonius and a Pteranodon. That was just $2.99. Even more Dino Riders for $2.99. 2 Styracosaurus's. Another $2.99 bag, but this, if you watched my last video, you recall I talked about definitely dinosaurs. Here's the Ankylosaurus. And then this one is from another pretty cool vintage toy line. It was the British Museum of Natural History. So there's quite a few different dinosaurs in that line, and I've had pretty good luck finding them at thrift stores. I just kind of pick them up whenever I see them. So that's another one for that collection. And then these last 3 are just kind of mind-blowing. So here, again, $2.99. We have the electronic Dilophosaurus with its frill, plus the Jurassic Park Dimetrodon, my favorite dinosaur. There's more. Another $2.99 bag. We have the Dino Riders Dimetrodon and the Jurassic Park Baryonyx, the original. This is like a $50 figure that I got for the equivalent of $1.50. But honestly, save the best for last. Again, $2.99. We have the Definitely Dinosaur Strathomimus and the Kenner. I'll pull it out. I was so freaking excited to find this. The Kenner Gallimimus. I wanted this figure so bad when I was a kid, but no stores in my area sold it. And again, it's a very expensive figure. I think I've seen it go for over $50 recently. But here, I finally got it for $1.50. Outstanding. And then, that was just the toy bag area. I went back to the actual toy section, and I found even more. I got a Schleich Tyrannosaurus Rex for 99 cents. I got a Definitely Dinosaur Spinosaurus for 99 cents. I got the Jurassic Park Young T-Rex for 99 cents. Unfortunately missing its little dino damage cover, but for 99 cents, who cares? And then, probably the coolest, I got the Utah Raptor for $1.99, and it still works. Check this out. I don't know if whoever owned this replaced the batteries at some point, but just absolutely insane to me. I swear this has got to be from like 1993 or 90. Oh, here. 1994. Insane. And one final thing at that Goodwill that obviously doesn't compare to the rest, but I got a wacky waving inflatable tube guy. It's a miniature version of the inflatable dancing tube guys you always see at car lots and whatnot. It was just $1.99. I had to do it. So that, I don't know how I was going to top that trip, but this next stop comes pretty close. So we went out to our local game store for a Lorcana tournament, and we had some time to kill beforehand, so we stopped at both a pawn shop and the local thrift store. So first off, at the pawn shop, I found something kind of crazy. It's an old PC game called Expert Pool, which normally you'd be like, who cares? It's a pool game. But the game was developed by Psygnosis of Lemmings and Wipeout fame. And then it also includes an actual pool cue controller for PC called the Pool Shark controller made by Interact. Let me see if I can show you what this looks like. So it's an actual, I don't know if it's full-sized, but like a plastic pool cue that you screw together, and then there's a little base that connects to your PC through USB, and you play the game using a real physical pool cue. Kind of cool. I had no idea that existed, and the whole thing was just $5. So I was not going to pass that up. But then, at the thrift store, which was a Sparrow's Nest, as we walk in, I see one of my favorite signs ever, 50% off toys. So, I cleaned up. I got this really cool T-Rex. It was tagged $3.50, so that would have been, what, $1.75. I didn't see any branding on it, so I think it's kind of a generic one. But to me, this is a dead ringer for the final scene of Jurassic Park, when the T-Rex roars and you have the "When Dinosaurs Ruled the Earth" banner fluttering down in front of it. I'll throw up an image here. I don't know. I thought it was cool. And then, speaking of dinosaurs, I found a bag with a bunch of random dinosaur toys on clearance, $2.50, plus half off, and it's got another Dino Riders monoclonius. I don't know where all these are coming from, but I am not complaining. Then easily the best find at that store was some Nintendo stuff. So I got this bag of Jack's Mario figures. So the green Yoshi, yellow Yoshi, fire Luigi, Mario with Cappy, and then an ice Mario. The whole bag was tagged $10, so half off, just $5. These are normally $5 each. And then this, oh my god, this was just mind-blowing to me. So all three of these bags are full of Hot Wheels Mario Kart toys. So this bag, okay, to give you the pricing here, this was tagged $5.50 plus $4.50, so that's $10, plus another $3.50, $13.50. Plus half off, that's what, $6.75? One of these Mario Kart Hot Wheels sells for $6.99 at Best Buy. And I counted between the three bags, so there's a couple Hot Wheels toys peppered in, not counting those, but between the three bags, there are 16 Hot Wheels cars, plus 4 of the trophy or item carts. So it's like well over $100 worth of Mario Kart Hot Wheels for under the price of one. Insane. I have wanted to collect these for so long, but the price kind of put me off of it, and now I may have one of every character at this point for the cost of one. I am blown away. Then a couple other things at that store. This I just had to grab because it was cheap. Some Animal Crossing Valentines for $1. They're recent ones. They're from 2021, not like vintage from the original game or anything. But still, you know, we're big fans of the game, and for $1, I'm not going to pass something like that up. Then also as part of the toy deal, they had board games 50% off. So we grabbed a game we've had our eye on at our local game shop called Wingspan. So it was tagged $20, so we got it for just $10. But what's kind of insane, it is new! Everything inside is sealed and unused. And this game sells for, I think, $60 new. So we got it for $10. And then this, I was so excited to find. The original Jurassic Park board game. This thing is massive. Look at the size of this. Again, this was tagged $20, so just $10. It does say it's missing 2 pawns, but I checked it out, and I mean, it looks like it's got just about everything. It's got all the dinosaurs, the dice, the T-Rex, cards. I mean, this thing normally sells for quite a bit, so for $10, even if it's missing a piece or two, I am not passing that up. And then one final thrifting pickup that is just completely random, but was too hilarious not to buy. I got some Southern Sipper stemware. So these, let's see. Okay, so it was tagged $8.49, but I had about a roughly 35-40% off coupon, so got them quite a bit cheaper. But these are absolutely hilarious. They are mason jars with stems. So essentially, mason jar wine glasses. And a set of 4 of them for just, probably came out to about like $7 with my coupon. I just thought that was too good not to buy. So that's it for the thrifted stuff, but I got some really cool stuff online. Let me show you that quickly. I came across an eBay seller that had a lot of the Bitmaps books listed, and I did bid on a couple of them that I was missing for my personal collection, but I lost every auction, unfortunately. But I did win an auction for a book I had no idea existed. This is called the Unofficial Game & Watch Collection, LCD handheld games from 1980 to 1991, and it's the limited edition. So this is a compilation of all of the old Nintendo handheld games called Game & Watch, and it also came with a bunch of bonus stuff I'll show you in a moment. But this book is pretty amazing. So it outlines every single Game & Watch game, tells you the rarity, tells you basically everything you would want to know about it. And they even show you, for the later ones that have alarms built in, it shows you, it shows you the alarm icons, which is just a lot of fun. And again, I had no idea this book existed. Apparently it was published by a company or a group over in Europe, and then they made an English version. But this came, I think I looked it up, it came out back in 2015. And completely sold out. The hardcover limited edition is completely sold out and normally sells for a lot. And I got it, I think I won the auction for like 30 something, so not bad. Because even when it was released, it was 80 to import to the US. So I got a steal on it. But check out this bonus stuff. So it came with, let's see, a bookmark. So it's got a logo and then a really cool kind of foil effect on the other side. It has the special Disc-Coon Super Mario Brothers Special Edition Game & Watch. An actual limited edition certificate. So apparently there are only 500 copies available, and this is number 220. And then there's also this really nice quick reference guide that shows you every single Game & Watch between the two sides. So very, very happy that I was at least able to win this one auction. Of course, it would have been nice to get the Bitmaps books as well, but most of those are still in print, so it was more of just getting a deal on them than missing out entirely. And then finally, I got a few video games. So I finally picked up Sonic Superstars. Opted to get the Nintendo Switch version because it was a week or so ago, Best Buy had it down to just $19.99, and I had a $5 reward certificate, or whatever they call them. So I got it for like $15. I wanted to get the PS4 version, but for whatever reason, that was the one version not on sale. So I heard the Switch version runs well, so I'm sure it'll be fine. And speaking of Switch, I also got the Pokemon Scarlet with Expansion Pass physical edition. So from what I understand, it doesn't include the second part of the DLC, but it will download it as a free update. So I figured it's probably as complete a version we're going to get here in the US. I think there might be a version maybe in Japan or somewhere in Asia that does have it all on cart, but I like to collect the NTSC releases. So I grabbed that for a great deal on eBay. And then there were a few clearance deals on some limited run games I missed at Best Buy. So I grabbed the original Quake for Nintendo Switch. I have actually never played this. I played, all the Doom games and Duke Nukem back in the day, but for whatever reason, I never checked out Quake. And I hear it's amazing, so pretty excited to check that one out. And then speaking of Doom, I got the Doom Classics Collection for PS4. So I now have every game in the series, a physical copy of every game in the series for PS4. So that's pretty cool. And then finally, I was very lucky to get the final 3DS release, hopefully ever. I got the Shantae and the Pirate's Curse Collector's Edition from Limited Run. So this is essentially a repackaging of the previously released copy of this game. I think it was from Rising Star Games, if I'm not mistaken. And I do already have that, but I love the Shantae series, and I figured this was a pretty limited collector's edition, and if I didn't get it right away, it would just be astronomical to buy in the secondary market, so I had to do it. But there we have it. Lots of really cool pickup stuff I'm really excited about. If you have any questions or comments about the pickups, let me know. I'd love to hear what you think. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again.